Hey there, guys. We're going to continue working on our graphing. And today you're going to do graphing in a way that you're going to use your families to help you out. Okay. So let's take a look what I have over here for my graph. And remember, our graphs always have a title, and that's what our graph is going to be about. So today, my graph is about the number of letters, and it's the number of letters in my family's names. And so my name, my first name, you guys know me as Mrs. Atnison, but every person you call Mr. or Miss has a first name too. Like Miss Darrow, her first name is Kelly. And Miss Kelsey, her first name is Heather. And Mrs. Getting, her first name is Sarah. But my first name is Monica. And Mr. Atnison, his first name is Jeff. And Elizabeth, she's my daughter. And Brian, he's my son. So I'm going to graph the letters in our names. And so here's my name. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters for me. Mr. Atnison has 1, 2, 3, 4. His name is Jeff. Elizabeth, hers is the longest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And Brian, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that information onto the graph. So for me, I need 6 spots colored, or I can do circles, however I wanted to do, but I need 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Jeff, that's Mr. Atnison, he needs 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elizabeth needs 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Brian needs 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I can look at that graph and I can look at the information and figure things out by looking at it or by just looking at the numbers. Remember, we talked about last week. Some people like to look at the pictures on the graph to help them figure out the answers, and some people like to just look at the numbers. They find that to be just as easy too. So if I ask who has the most letters of anybody in my family, it would be Elizabeth. Hers go all the way to here. And who has the least? Well, I could see that's Jeff, and I can tell by the picture his only goes to here. Now, if I asked if anybody was equal in my family, I would have to say no. Nobody is equal. Equal would mean the same. And I see 6, 4, 9, 5. So nobody is equal. And when I look at the pictures, I can tell none of them end at the exact same place. So I know they're not equal, because equal means the same. And when I ask questions like this, how many more letters does Elizabeth have than Brian? I would match them up. So I could use my marker or my pencil. And then I could easily see that Elizabeth has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more than Brian. Remember, whenever we ask that question, how many fewer does Brian have than Elizabeth, it's always going to be the same amount, 5. The 5 that are missing, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said that wrong. I meant 4, guys. 4 that are missing right there. So she has 4 more than Brian. Brian has 4 fewer than Elizabeth. And if I want to compare my name with Jeff's name, I'd need to do the same thing. I match them up or join them or give them a partner. And then I can see that I have two more than Mr. Atkinson, then Jeff, 1, 2, I can count them like that. And he has two fewer, the ones that are missing, two fewer than me. Elizabeth has the most, Jeff has the fewest. Now, if we wanted to do this and try to figure out how many more Elizabeth has than Brian, there's another trick we can use. We can use the numbers and we can use subtraction. We could go 9, she has 9, minus 5, he has 5, equals 4. That's an easy way to do that trick also. Or we could look at mine and say, I have 6, Mr. Atkinson minus has 4 equals 2. So we're asking those questions. We can look at our picture to figure it out, or we can use subtraction to figure it out too. Now, what you're going to do today is in your workbook, page 213. Up here, the example has some other family. It's not my family. I don't know who this is. It's got Christy, Jeff, Samantha, and Rolando. And that's just an example of what you're going to do. You're going to do the same thing I just did, except you're going to put the names of the people in your family. What is mom's first name? What is dad's first name? What is sister's first name? And if it's just you and mom, do mom's name, do your name, do the dog, do the cat, or do grandma and grandpa's first names. Grandmas and grandpas have first names too. So you can use the names of the people in your family however you want to. And if you have more than this amount, I've had friends who've had to draw extra lines down below because they actually have more people in their family than just this much. Okay, so your job today is in your workbook, page 213 for your math today.